Hello, everybody. Good morning. Oh, I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. But do I have a story for you guys? I couldn't believe it. And we have the backing. As you join us, go ahead and tell us where you're from and who you are. And say hello. Give us a thumbs up. My t-shirt looks crooked. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay. So, I'm torn a little bit as to whether or not I get the binding folded in, but I think we'll make that the number 2 job for today. Are we live? Let's just make sure we're live. We're actually live. We'll just check right here. Okay. If we're live, give us a thumbs up. If you can hear us okay and everything is good, then give us a thumbs up. I don't know if we had an internet issue this morning or what. It's been an exciting morning. Got my hair all frazzled. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, and then as everybody comes in, we will, I will show you guys what we're doing for the back of this thing. And then, I think I've got everything upside down. We'll tell you what happened this morning. Hello, Madeline. Hi, Robin. Oh, everybody's running a little behind today, huh? Okay, let's do this. The mouse died, so I was clicking away and I couldn't get myself logged in. But now I think we're all good. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Okay. I'll show you guys the backing in just a second. But the first thing I think I need to do, I think I did it before, but we're going to do it again right now, is to get a decent measurement on this thing. And I don't know where my tape measure is. Here it is. All rolled up nice and tight. Okay, good morning, everybody. I got stuff to dish this morning. It'll make you laugh. I was laughing. Steve wasn't laughing so much, but I thought it was kind of funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's not, but you know, if you can't laugh, really, what are you doing? All right, so if we're going to let it go over just about an inch or two, just for good measure, then we are, oops. Yes, I should be laying this flat on the ground, but I don't have room to lay it flat on the ground in here. And this is where the camera is. So 52 inches, 53 inches across, let's call it. If someone could remember that. 53. And length. Good morning, everybody. Give us a thumbs up or a hello or where you're from this morning. I know everybody's in like full-blown Christmas mode. Gotta go get stuff done. Got people coming over. Okay. Give ourselves an inch. I'm going to say 67. That gives us a little wiggle room. So 53 by 67. Okay. Now, let's fold this up for the 1700th time. Okay, here is the back. There. Disjointed right now. Okay, here's the back. It's a little bee and birdhouse. We love birds. Birdhouse, little gate, some little flowers, some little like pansies almost. And kind words are like honey sweet to the soul. So it's just a Proverbs verse. But I love it. And it goes so well with the front. I had another option, but because we used, because the sashing on the front was so light, this really, it's not really white. It's more like eggshell, but it's not cream. So this really worked the best. It was the nicest contrast. And then it's got a little pop of color, but not crazy. Oh my gosh. 53 by 67. Thank you very much. Okay, so now here's the dilemma, and I talked about it on yesterday's video. So they didn't have a 108 in anything that was going to work. So thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Robin. I had wanted 3 yards of this because my goal was it's about 1.5 yards, I guess, long. And what I wanted to do was cut it and be able to seam it closer to the middle. And unfortunately, I think she gave me 2 yards and not 3 yards. So I still have enough to make this work, but my seam is going to be offset. Hi, Loretta. My seam is going to be offset. And I was thinking in the shower this morning, because who doesn't do their best thinking in the shower? Or putting their makeup on. I was thinking, does it matter if the seam on the back is going to be off kilter? We're just doing hi Donna. We're doing really simple, probably quilting. When you hear about what else happened this morning, you'll understand why I have lost the ability to speak. So that's my dilemma. We have to go, what? 67. So let's go down 67. And that gives us, the 67 gives us wiggle room. So let's go down 67. That leaves us I'm probably girl mathing this, to be quite honest. I know there's an app. I know. I know. That gives us 45 So then just 2 pieces on the sides, right? Hi, Dubravka. Hi, Susan. Thank you. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. I think just seam it. Just get it sewn so it fits. All right. Fold it there. Okay, so here's what happened this morning. As you know, we are, when I say we, I mean Steve and I'm along for the ride. That's what I mean on this particular project. Sorry. They apparently printed my t-shirt a little bit off kilter. So it's every time I see it, it's bothering me. Oh, and this is Brother Sister Design Studio. That's the name of the fabric. I mean, that's the Brother Sister Design fabric. I mean, Brother Sister Design Studio. And I don't have a name for the fabric. Anyway. So, a few days ago, as you know, we are on the hunt, the eternal quest for the perfect lawn. Steve is bound and determined that we are going to have a even, luxurious grass lawn all year long. And so we are working tirelessly. Right now, we overseeded in the fall. We've overseeded the last few years in the fall. And we have the only green grass. And then he hits it with all kinds of different fertilizers and this and supplements and vitamins. And he talks to it and he encourages it. Brings it little treats. Anyway. Hi, Angie. So hi, Sandra. So right now our grass is almost neon green. I mean, you can see it, I'm sure, from space, and everybody else's grass around us is going dormant, and we have green grass, beautiful grass. Well, in order to do that, you have to have grass seed. So we frequently buy grass seed the way that some people buy milk. And Steve was keeping it in the garage, and we had a 5-gallon bucket of grass seed. I just want to think this out while I'm telling you this story, because I want to make sure that I'm only going to do this once. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put I want a safety pin. I want something that's not going to come out. So we had we had bought in the fall, a couple of big bags of grass seed. And those grass seed bags, if you're not going to use it all at one time, like if you're doing patchy areas, the bags just fall apart. They're just so, ugh. Anyway. Oh my God. Man. Okay. So Steve had the grass seed. He put it into a 5-gallon bucket. The only problem is we buy the lids, which if you haven't gotten these, if you have 5-gallon buckets, those like Home Depot buckets or Lowe's buckets or whatever, those, buckets for stuff, they make oh, that's very cool. Garage sales and estate sales. Ooh, great idea. For vintage fabrics. So the grass seed was in a bucket. They make screw-on lids now. You have those lids that you just kind of pound on, but they make screw-on lids, and they're actually, like, for the most part, I think some of them are food safe. I mean, we have one that we keep Minnie's kibble in. So if you haven't gotten those lids that screw on, they're much easier to get on and off, especially if it's something you're going to go into a lot, like bird seed or grass seed or whatever it is that you keep in those buckets. The screw-on lids are worth every penny of them. So look for those at Lowe's or Home Depot. I know I'm not sponsored, but Home Depot wants to sponsor me. Anyway, so I'm going to unfold this thing again. So we had this grass seed in the garage, okay? But we had no lid on the bucket. So a few days ago, we were in the garage doing something, and Steve had been working in the yard, and the bucket had been outside, and there were these little black things in it. And so I said, what is that? And I thought maybe they were like droppings, you know, droppings. But then we kind of surmised, Steve put a little camera, like a little, ring camera, not rain camera, but a little camera in the garage so that we could just kind of keep an eye on it that night. And nothing happened. Nothing triggered the camera. And I just figured it was from when the bucket was sitting outside. Maybe somebody got into it and, pooped. I don't know. I don't make up the rules of the universe on how things work. So I didn't think another thing of it. This morning, but we moved buckets for the grass seed and put a lid on it. Okay? A hard lid on it. This morning, we went out to the garage because Steve had to leave for a bit. And we have a rug, an old rug that we used to have in the house, but now we just keep it in the garage. And it's thick. It's one of those thick, it was from like Pottery Barn or something like that. It's a thick rug. And it's like an entryway rug. Okay? It's not big. It's 4 feet by 24 or 36 inches. It's that type of a size rug. And there was fuzz in this little line leading up to the rug, and a hole had been eaten out of the corner of the rug. I wish the bucket had started growing grass. It would have been easier than what we have discovered. So then I realized that we keep our golf cart in the garage next to the car, and I keep in the cup holder a roll of poop bags for Minnie for when we go for a walk. Somebody took the roll of poop bags and they were strewn all over the floor of the garage underneath the car. Just like if you had just taken the roll and like flung it and it just all unraveled, poop bags all over the place. The lid to the grass seed, the whole rim of the lid had been chewed around. Squirrel. Apparently a squirrel and his buddies. Apparently a squirrel and his buddies and his extended family got pissed that we covered the grass seed. Because I don't know how long they had been coming in to eat the grass seed, but apparently they were happy to eat the grass seed, which is not cheap. And then when we covered the grass seed and they couldn't get into it, I think that they got mad. And I think that they're vengeful little varmints. And they decided to eat through part of my rug, make a mess with the poop bags, and eat through part of the $5 lid that I now have to go replace on the grass seed. And they're in for a big surprise tonight. The problem is, yes, Susan. My first thought the first time I ever saw like one little dropping or two little droppings is I thought, oh no, we have like, but then I was like, why would I have those things? There's nothing there's no tall grass. There's nothing nowhere to hide. There's no food. There's nothing that even smells good, except of course for the grass seed. And so now it's become a war. Now we're at war. Because I can't let this go. Now it's a war. And now it's going to be a battle of the minds. So, bring it. You and your little squirrel friends that I used to think were so cute. I used to defend you, feed you birdseed in my yard. Touché, my friend. Touché. So, we have now figured out where they're coming in. There's a seal at the bottom of your garage door, a little rubber seal that seals it. Well, part of the edge of it, ours, I guess, had worn away or had come off or, deteriorated or gotten dry or whatever. And there's just enough between that gap and, hi, Linda. You haven't missed much. There's just enough of a gap between there and the edge of the garage, where they come together, kind of this corner here. There's just enough of a gap for them to squirrel themselves in. And they ate part of the wood. I swear to God, I don't even know what to say about this. These vicious little beasts. There must have been a troop of them. I'm telling you right now, this was not one squirrel. If it is, he's got a belly full of plastic and wool sitting in my yard somewhere, being sick. But yeah, we're at war now with the squirrels. So today, I have to barricade that corner of the garage. This week, Steve's got to replace that wood and replace the seal on the garage door. We're just going to replace the whole seal. And I'm probably going to have to put some bait or some traps, because not traps, but some, which I feel bad about. But squirrels are let me tell you something. If you haven't had squirrels before, they are unbelievable. They will eat through anything. They will just chew and chew and chew and chew and chew. They ate through part of my rug. Who eats a rug? How demented do you have to be? It's probably only because he couldn't eat through we have a small refrigerator in the garage. It's probably because he couldn't eat through the metal that he ate through the rug. But squirrels are, we used to keep a bucket of, maybe that's why they keep coming back here. Because maybe they know that we're a little weak in the head. Maybe they know, these people are dumb. So maybe that's why they keep coming back to torment my house. I'm thinking. We used to keep a bucket of birdseed because I used to feed the birds in the backyard. So we used to keep a bucket in the backyard on the patio outside of the pool cage that we have. It had birdseed in it, and I had one of those hard plastic lids on it. And look, I used to leave a lot of food out there for those. I used to sprinkle birdseed out. The birds, I didn't care if the squirrels ate some of it. I'm not cheap. Want to eat some of the birdseed? Fine. It's fine with me. It's cute. Watch them out there sitting with their little hands. And then one morning we came outside and they had eaten through part of the lid. Trying to get into because I keep the lid on. They were trying to get into they are unbelievable. Yeah, that's the other problem, Robin, is that's why now, now we got to nip this in the bud. They can't be in the garage because they'll eat through the wires on your car. They'll eat through the wires on the golf car. They're obviously mad at us. I mean, quite mad, because the poop bag thing, the only reason for the poop bag thing was just to give me the bird. It was. So, yeah. they just can be destructive. And the other problem is that I don't need them. The next thing they'll do is they'll start eating through some of the drywall or whatever, and and then they'll find a way into the attic or whatever, and then I'm gonna have to charge them rent, and I don't think anybody wants that. So that's what I have to deal with this afternoon. And they're no longer cute. We're at war with the squirrels now that are infiltrating my garage at night. And the problem is Steve put the camera up high thinking that something was kind of dropping down or coming in from the top. So tonight we're going to leave the car outside and put the camera on the ground. And then when they come in, I'm going to be like a Navy SEAL commando, maybe with the night vision goggles, and throw the lights on. Yeah. Because I will sit there all night long if I have to. I mean, I don't have to because it's a camera and it's just a squirrel, but, I mean, seriously. Can't live in my house for free. You just can't. Okay, let's catch up on some comments. My mouse died. That's why I was a few minutes late this morning. Okay. Yeah. I will say this. I'm just glad. Like, we've dealt with squirrels before, so I'm glad, and we know where to cut them off. I'm super, super, super thankful that it's not like rodents, like rodents, like mice or, because that's just, I can't. Okay. They are unbelievably destructive. Okay. He's used all your good stuff to build a home somewhere. They're freaking smart. They are so smart. They are so smart. Because he knew exactly what bucket to chew through, the lid. And he didn't chew a lot of the lid. He chewed a lot of the carpet, and he chewed a lot of the wood to get himself a better hole. Like, that's what he did. Like, they came in, they, whatever. And I don't know, and they chewed more of that wood. They've been working on that one piece of beam, and we didn't notice it. We didn't see, because it's kind of tucked away. So we didn't see the droppings from the residue from the wood. But all he was doing there, he wasn't eating the wood. He just was making his hole bigger. Next, he'll be building himself a little condo. Okay, birdseed in metal containers. Oh, that's a good point. You know what, Susan? I think we probably will do that. Probably should get metal cans. Chicken food in metal trash cans because they'll eat it. Jesus Christ, these guys. Hi, Jean. For rodents. Oh, good. Okay, Susan. For rodents, you mix 2 parts cornmeal and 1 part baking soda, and they die because they can't afford. Oh, crap. Okay, Susan. I'm going to try it just because. Just because. I'm going to try that. 2 parts cornmeal and 1 part baking soda. Wait till I tell my husband that. Wait until I tell Steve that. Oh my gosh. You're smart to get under control to they caused. Yeah. And the next thing is, like I said, they'll be in the. I was telling my mom this story this morning. And the next thing is, like we'll go out of town or whatever, and we'll just they'll have eaten. Again, my biggest concern is, other than the fact that they're going to wreak havoc, is that they're going to start eating through getting into the car. And I just had a terrible mental image. I had a terrible mental image of Steve driving into town. A squirrel flying forward from the back seat. Oh, God. Okay.
But yeah, I don't want them. They can't get, they'll cause serious, expensive damage. And obviously you can't have that. I can't have squirrels in my garage. Either way, I just can't. I live in a Disney movie. Deers, squirrels, chipmunks, cranes, birds, bears, foxes, and coyotes, waiting for them to break out in song. Ah. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to that's a good idea with the metal can. I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that. Snakes, owls, hawks, deer, and all my birds. I love all the birds. I love the birds. I'll tell you what I'm dying to get. And if anybody has it, I'm so jealous, but you got to tell me if you love it. Oh, Diane, have a good day at work. Make it a great day at work, Diane. And pray that you're so busy it goes by in a flash. Just lost my train of thought. Oh, there's a website. I mean, not a website, an app. And it's like $8 or $9 a month, something like that. And you can watch all of these different little bird nests all over the place. Or bird houses, bird nests, whatever. And I'm just wondering if anybody has subscribed to it. Because I would love that. All over the place. I just haven't wanted to spend the $8 on another app. I am thinking about one of those little camera bird houses. I really want one of those. Okay, use metal scribbles where they chewed holes. They can't through that. Use metal scribbles. What's a metal scribble? Scrubbies. Metal scrubbies? Metal scrubbies. Oh! Do you mean like the metal scrubbies like you use for your pots and pans? Those little metal scrubbies? Oh, that's a fabulous idea. That is a fabulous idea. Metal scrubbies. Metal scrubbies. That would be perfect at that area where they're getting in, because Steve's not going to be able to get the stuff to fix it for a few days. And, ooh, that's a very good idea. Okay, metal scrubbies, and then what was it? Cornmeal and baking soda. What was the ratio? I forget now. Oh, I got it right here. 2 parts cornmeal, 1 part baking soda. That's going to be hysterical. Johnny, they came to the wrong house. Santa. Steel wool. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see how well this is going to go. Because at least, now that I've cracked myself up here telling you my story. But they are very smart. Like, once they knew that we had, because they came in to the garage literally 6 inches from where that grass seed was, where that bucket was. They knew exactly what they wanted, and when they couldn't get it anymore, they got mad. We had squirrels in California that chewed through. They got mad. Same thing. Like, same thing. They're vindictive. They chewed through so we had bird seed that we used to put out, and then they were eating all the bird seed, and there was nothing left for the birds. So, and they had figured out how to scurry up this one pole. They're like, anyway, so they got mad because we put the bird seed in a container with a sealed lid, and they couldn't. And we put the container in the house because they were starting to eat through the lid, and Steve got so mad at him. We just brought it in the house. Well, we used to have our lawn furniture outside, and we had a set of that. It's the lawn furniture you have outside, and there was a couch, a sectional couch, and then there was an extra chair, and it's that kind of heavy duty like Piva plastic, that really thick plastic, and it's woven together so it looks like a basket weave, and it was thick. The top was probably 4 inches thick, wide, and one day we were outside, and Steve looked over, and they had eaten through the entire top of the chair. Who does that? I mean, honestly. SOS pads. Yeah, there you go. Parents use steel wool. We tried it, and they chewed a new hole right next to it. Well, I will tell you this. We're putting sandbags out. I'm going to put 2 sandbags on the outside of the garage tonight to at least try and slow them down. And that's the problem, Susan, is... Susan, I can't ask you that question, because if I ask you that question, my mind will go there, and my husband will die of some terrible explosive disease, because he'll never be able to go to the bathroom again. And neither will I. I'll have to sell my house or burn it. I don't even want to know how you're supposed to get rid of that. All right, let's see here how close we are. So there's the front, all done. Oh yeah, that's going to be fine. It's not even going to be... That's how much extra I need. So I guess in reality, I'm glad I didn't buy 3 yards. I mean, I would have used it for something because it's so adorable. There it is. It's cute. And see how well it goes with the front. It just really complements the front, I think. All right, let's see how close we are with that other pin we put on there. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. Just keep the toilet seat down and check before using. Oh, man. Well, if anyone's interested in buying my house, shoot me a DM. Okay, toilet seat's down. Yeah, I like I said, I'm going to sell it or burn it. I just can't do that. Okay, bye, Susan. All right, so our measurement there is good. So now we're just going to cut this, but I think I'm going to cut that when I get into the living room and can lay it out on the floor. So that will be the backing. Okay, we've got that all measured out. Finished The Unraveling of Julia by Lisa Scottolini. And I did, yes, enjoy it. I like Lisa Scottolini a lot. I like her books a lot. They're not super heavy. They're not super scary. There's a thriller kind of mystery aspect to them. Kind of a kind of the line between a mystery and a psychological thriller. I wouldn't necessarily call them like a severe psychological thriller, but very good stories, good characters that you really begin to like. I put her in the mystery category of like a Sandra Brown. You know, Sandra Browns are, there's a mystery there. There's a little bit of romance. Nothing spicy. Nothing really smutty. Because I don't really care for that. And but not a true psychological thriller. Like not like a Ruth Ware or a Gillian McAllister. Yeah, but I enjoyed it. And if you haven't read it, and if you do like Lisa Scottolini, or you're looking for something new to read, I would read it. I liked it. Now I am reading John Grisham's The Widow. And lately, the last probably 90 days, I've struggled a little bit because I'm only reading, I used to try and slip in some reading like at lunchtime during the day or in the evening when we're relaxing, and then I'd get a few more, like a chapter or two more in at night before I went to bed. But lately we have just been so busy and running in so many different directions that we're up very early in the morning. Number one, we're going to bed earlier, and I literally get through like a half a chapter or 3 pages, 4 pages, and I fall asleep. So my books are taking me longer to read right now, which bothers me. But by the same token, like a story like this that has gotten really good reviews, and I love John Grisham's books. There's a lot of things. I've stopped looking at people's politics and their commentary on things because I just don't care. I don't care. I don't care what famous people think of politics or politicians. I don't listen to their advice to vote or to live my life or pay my bills or live a good life or on religion or politics. I don't look for their opinion because I don't think that their opinion is necessarily any more valuable or valid. Anyway, hang on a second while I step down off my box. Anyway, I love Grisham's writing. I read all of his books, except for the ones that are designed for, I think, young adults. So I'm on The Widow right now, which is, I think I'm about 100 pages in, and we're just starting to figure out that there's going to be a problem. So there's that. What else did I want to tell you guys? Tomorrow, so take a look over the next couple of days for some videos, and we'll be wrapping this up. And there's a couple other videos I'm going to be putting out. I'm going to talk about my Husky tables. I'm going to be doing a new project for my rulers. Aha! And for those of you that have said, your backing is perfect. No, thank you. Well, thank you very much, Sandra. For those of you, I don't know why there's tape there. For those of you that lost my train of thought again. Husky tables, rulers. Oh, for those of you that were talking about how fast Christmas is, I can't believe it's already here. Like, I still feel like it's the beginning of December. I can't believe it's this week. This whole year has been like that. It really has. So we'll have videos and stuff out most of this week, and then I'll let you know the schedule for the holiday weeks, because the following week there will be a few days in there where I won't have much going up because we're going to be out of town for a couple of days. Yahoo! Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up there because I need to go lay this out and I need to go iron this. So I'm going to go do those 2 things real quick. And then I will see you guys right back here in the sewing room. Have a fantastic afternoon. Have a fabulous morning tomorrow. And remember, Only a 1/4 inch seam. And what was the most important thing that we learned today? That squirrels can't fart. If you take nothing else away from that, then there you go. Have a fantastic day. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.